Hi everyone, Josh Matta here. Hope you guys are doing great. Um, so I wanted to do a quick vlog. I've been doing this one over and over for about 3 weeks now since I graduated my first semester of nursing school. But I wanted to make sure like I did a good one and that I edited it really well so that everyone would be able to kind of know what I was talking about. Because the first couple it was just me rambling on. So now I have a little checklist that I'm supposed to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. If you guys don't know me, my name is Josh Matta. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm married. See, that's my husband up there. That's our bed strips. But I'm married to Aaron, and he's my husband. We've been together for 8 years, I think, or 9 years. But we've only been married two, so because it only got legalized a couple of years ago. But anyway, yeah. So that's him. I've been in school for a little while now. And as far as like nursing school, like the process to get in one was very difficult. Like it it involved a lot of applying. Like I spent over 200 and something dollars applying because each time you apply it's like 80 or $60. Um, so I did that a couple times and it was just very difficult. I didn't get in for summer. Um, Probably because I was really late. I didn't get in for fall the first time. I didn't get in for fall the second time because they offered a second one. And the third time, I actually got in through a lottery. They just randomly picked me, so I got in, and I was really happy about it. But at the same time, I was kind of annoyed, and I didn't really know why the process was the way it was until I started doing research because we had a discussion paper journal to do. So I went ahead and did some research. The reason is not because there's so many people that are unqualified. The reason that it is so competitive is because there's just not enough teachers to teach. Um, and the higher you go, that's even more true. But there's just not enough teachers to teach. So in New Mexico, we're like behind a lot. Like we are missing a lot of nurses. Worldwide, we're going to be needing more. Well, at least in the United States, we're going to be needing more because of the baby boomers. They're all getting older. They're living a lot longer. So we're going to need people to help take care of them. So with that being said, the amount of nurses that are being churned out is not going to match up. I think it's said for like at least 2 decades. So that's good. That's going to be like job security, I guess. Not like in a bad way, but still, it's job security. Um, so that was, I think that's why it was so hard to get in because there was other people in there that because they open it all like say at 10 o'clock in the morning and they say, okay guys, all of you guys can register, right? Yeah. So then everyone's like click, 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 click on their buttons for their CRNs and everything like that. So if you don't get in, you don't get in, and it's kind of the luck of the draw. So when I got in, I was like super happy, but I was nervous because I had my patho too that I was still doing. And it was just a lot of stuff that I was just nervous about because I'd never done it before. Um, as far as like the schoolwork once I was in, it was a lot different than what I thought it was going to be. Like nursing school is like way different than regular school. Like, and I've always heard like, oh, it's you have to like think of the best out of three or four. So usually two of them are going to be silly. So if it's like the most correct, if two of them are equal, kick them out. And I have to go see a test taking person for nursing school to kind of help me figure it out because I thought it was just me being dumb. And she's like, no, it's just you have to like learn how to take a nursing school class, take a nursing school test. So once I did that, I improved. But yeah, so this the schoolwork is a little different. Um, I'm really good at writing. I've done advanced English, like I've done analytical writing, review of literary works, blah 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 blah. I'm good at that. I don't have a good spoken vocabulary, but I can write. Like I can write really well. So when I started this one, we had to do like care plans, which are kind of like reports on people, and we did it in APA. And I'd done that before in like health communication, like a higher level class, um, healthcare or something. I remember it was a hard class. It was like a 400 level class, but I did that, and then whenever I did the APA, my teachers were all like, "No, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong." I'm like, "No, I've done this before. It should be right." But I think it's just everyone does their APA a little differently. So that was another learning curve that I had to mess around with. We did like nursing school stuff, as far as like nursing homes to like get our practicals down. The actual lab time was really cool because we got to like mess around and play like with mannequins, and like there's robots for like coming years. But yeah, the mannequins were pretty cool because then you could like kind of, okay, so we're gonna do you an NG tube. So I thought that was cool because then you kind of learn without having to poke and prod at somebody. So that was really cool. What else did we do? We did like injections. I'm a certified pharmacy tech. I know how to make IVs. I know how to do insulin. Like I learned before I left the hospital so that I would have that experience. Um, and so when we were doing our manipulations or needles or IVs, stuff like that, I know what to do. I know not to bore. I know what I'm doing. So that was pretty cool. The calculations were catching me, and they're still catching me. So before school starts, I'm going to have to do a couple of pieces of studying because being a pharmacy tech, we did our math really different. They want us to do stoichiometry or something. They wanted us to do something, and I was like, well, I'm going to get the same if I just do a fence post, and then I can make sure I can check my work. But they don't want us to do that. And finally, someone told me it's because of drip rates. So be warned, drip rates. So that was kind of interesting in itself because I was nervous because I tend to make up math. If you don't use it, you lose it. So, but I think I'm okay. I just need to study a little bit, whatever. Um, Another thing that I kind of was not weirded out by, but it was kind of surprising to me that there was so many straight guys. I guess I just unfairly had that, how do you say, uh, not prejudice, but like, I thought that there was going to be a bunch of gay guys. There's not. There's a lot of straight guys. And that preconceived notion. Check out my vocabulary. But that preconceived notion I had about guys that were gay in the nursing field, I think it's going away. A lot of them can see like the reason I'm doing it is for money and for job stability. And at the end of the day, I want to be like, you know what? I helped someone today. I can't say that at the job I have now. There's nothing wrong with the job I have now. It's really fun. It's the same thing, but for printers and computers, like we're techs, just like nurses. But if something isn't working, we can't just swap it out on a person. There's like a whole list and like Junos, something like that. So yeah, I want to feel like I did something. Like I want to leave my mark. Like Beyonce, I was here. Hashtag Beyonce. She made it to my video. Anyway, so yeah, that was weird. I thought it was weird that there was a, not that I'm looking for gay people. Oh my god, but another thing I didn't think was gonna happen because I don't really hang out with a lot of straight people. I feel like we don't have too much in common. Everyone's like, oh, I look at my children. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just different. So I just don't hang around with a lot of straight people. Not that there's anything bad with or good with that, but I just don't. So when I got there, there's most of these guys are straight. So it's like I felt like camaraderie with them. Like we're all guys. Like especially when we were doing the assessments, because it was kind of difficult to like get into someone's personal space like that because you have to like mid-clavicular, oh, underarm sweat, mid-clavicular, fifth intercostal, that's your apical pulse, right? It's right on your nipple. Like it's, well, depends on where, but whatever. So if you're a girl, you have to have a move it up so you can get in there and then you can listen to that pulse. It was a little difficult for me because I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't like girls, but this feels uncomfortable to me because this is your space. But my teachers were like, if you have issues with space, you need to get over them real quick because you're a nurse now, and that's just going to be part of like what your job is. So it was really cool. We had a lot of cool girls in our class. Some of them were like, I don't want a guy touching me, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I get it. I totally get it. So then I kind of got to see like a good chunk of people that were different, diversity, right? So then with the guys, I noticed I was like, you know what? We can do an assessment on each other. Like we have all the same parts. It doesn't matter. It's not going to be weird. I was kind of nervous the first time we did the assessments just because as a gay guy, I've experienced where straight guys just think you want them. Oh my God, I'm a guy. He's gay. He totally wants me. And it's not really like that. So there was a couple guys that in my class that I bonded with really well. I'm not going to say their names because that's not cool. But I thought that was cool. And like we got it, we were cool with each other, we were really comfortable with each other. And I think because of that, when we did our assessment practical exam, we did very well because we just sat there and practiced, and it wasn't like, ha ha ha, this is so fun, ha ha ha. It was like, okay, so I'm gonna go head to toe assessment, right? I'm gonna do your eyes, mouth, ears, like all the stuff that you would normally do. I apologize for my phone. But all the things, and if you do it over and over, it just happens, right? So I thought that was really cool. I wasn't expecting to become friends with anybody like that, but I did actually make a couple of really good friends. Um, and that was cool because I wasn't expecting that either. I know myself, I'm really short to the point, and sometimes I can be abrasive if you're not understanding what I'm asking you, or if I don't understand what you're asking me. Don't like to beat around the bush. What do you want? Okay, do I have it? Here you go. What do you need help with? Let me help you. Here you go. Do I need help with something? Could you please help me with this? Yeah, so I have kind of edited the way I speak to people and that I work with people. I'm good with talking to people, mind you. But whenever you're like in an assessment situation, that's when it kind of got weird to me because it's like I'm going into your house. I can't just be blah blah blah. Hi, how are you? How have you been? How's your life? It's more like, hi, how are you? Here's some things we need to get. How was your day? Do you have any pain? Like it's a different type of conversation. So I was able to like watch some of my peers and my friends. Thank goodness we were put at the same place because I didn't feel awkward or uncomfortable asking them for help, which is very important because if you have a two-person transfer and you need two people to help you, or you need to be the other person, you need to ask for help. You don't want to hurt somebody trying to be cute. So never felt that way about my friends. Like they were always willing to help. I was always willing to help them, which I thought was really, really cool. As far as like our clinicals for next year, I'm kind of nervous just because um, I'm not sure what to expect. We have reading lists that they sent us, and I'm only done like 5 or 6 chapters. I think 5 or 6 chapters, and there are a lot of reading, and there's like maybe 8 or 9 left that I need to do still. So I'm doing it. One tip, if I could, is if you guys have the opportunity to get the ebooks on anything, I wouldn't do it. I got the ebook version of all my classes. It was the same price as the bound editions of everything. However, it's all like on your iPad. So I thought, hey, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be the best. However, the app that they use is very difficult to use in a modern day. So here's my little Wacom pen. I use this one because it's Bluetooth. It's more responsive when you're writing on an iPad. Mind you, I have an iPad Air. So when I got this app, I assumed it would have stylus integration, that you would be able to print like maybe your outlines or something. This was not the case, and this isn't a bash on Intel or anything like that, because they do really good work. It's just I wouldn't do it if they ask me again. I've already bought 4 or 5 of my 12 books, I think. I've purchased the hard copies because they wouldn't give me a refund, blah, blah, blah. I'm out of the refund time. So if you can, really go look at it if that's something you want to do. A good thing is that I always have my books, all my books. I can do searches for them in like a search portion, so that's good too. I don't have to lug around one of them rolling backpacks. Don't have back problems because as a nurse, they told us you're gonna have a ton of back problems if you don't take care of yourself. So that's a good thing too. It's cross devices except for a Mac, which is kind of weird because most kids I thought use Macs, but in our classes it's half and half. So I've made a couple complaints trying to get them to fix stuff, and it just doesn't seem to be working. But that's okay. It's my fault because I didn't research it enough. But yeah, so that's my 2 cents on that. So as far as level 2, we're going to be going to hospitals. What I'm trying to expect, I don't know. I honestly don't know because this nursing home stuff was fun, but I've been a CNA before. I was a CNA in high school, so I kind of know how to make a bed. I know how to move a patient, know how to wipe a butt. I don't care. Everyone has one, whatever. So as that being said, some of the kids weren't a CNA, so it was a little bit more difficult. So I'm not super confident about going into level 2 until I know what we're going to be doing. Because once I get it, once we get a flow, I figure out, okay, we could do this, this, this. We're not allowed to do this, this, and this. So once I get to that point, I'll probably feel a lot more confident. But right now, I'm just tentatively nervous. I don't want to hurt nobody. That's my thing. I don't want to hurt nobody. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. I guess for now, that's everything that I could talk about. If you guys have any questions, hit me up. I'm not an expert or anything, but I thought it'd be cool to put like the perspective of a gay person as well as someone who didn't get in the first couple times. Because I have friends that got in the first time they applied, and I was just like, wow, that's so cool. So if you have any questions or if you want to know anything, oh, one last thing, because it's helped me so much, okay? So if you can, get yourself one of these old school, like, it's just a planner, right? But get yourself one of these because it helps you stay organized. And I don't know, that was just my thing. Sometimes I'd forget to do something because I thought I already did it. Also, if you can get the Saunders Netflix book, no one's paying me or anything like that, whatever. But if you can get that one's so helpful because it's the one that the tutor person helped me. They have online resources too, but it helps you with your NCLEX questions because at the end, that's what we're trying to do, right? We're all trying to pass our NCLEX regardless what school we go to, blah, blah, blah. So it gives similar questions. And if you get something right, it tells you, here's the rationale why. If you get something wrong, it tells you, hey, here's your rationale why. That's what I needed. Because there was no rhyme or reason to the reason I was getting anything wrong in my tests. I couldn't get it. I just didn't get it. And I was like, I'm reading all these chapters. Like, I know what I'm doing. You can ask me and I get it. But my rationale was off. So that's another tip. And then get yourself a laptop. I try to use my iPad for taking notes and stuff, but it's not very good. I also got a voice recorder, but it's over there and I don't feel like getting up because I'm in pajamas. But that's what scrubs are, right? Gotta get used to it. Anyway, I guess that's my 44 cents because by the time this is already being said, I've said my 2 cents like 44 times, 22 times, right? Math. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great week. Thanks for watching my video. Try to comment, like, and subscribe if you want. Bye.